How's it going, everybody? My name is Nard. Welcome back to another Steam Sale video. Today we'll be looking at autumn sale deals of historical lows, meaning games that have never been this low before. First up here we have It Takes Two. This is a co-op game, as you can see by the screen there, where you're splitting the screen with somebody else, and you got to play through it with somebody else. So the game is made to be played with two people. Very fun, and the graphics are pretty good. This is 70% off, down to $12 USD. Next up here we have Metal Hellsinger. Now, admittedly, I don't know too much about this game. This is one of the things that has been shown to me a couple of times while I've been browsing the Steam store, but it just looks like a lot of fun. Pretty much like Doom meets some like other kind of combat shooter or something. But the reviews speak for themselves. They're amazing. It's a pretty recent game. This is on sale right now, 66% off, down to just $10.19 USD. Next here we have Lost Judgment. This is another one that I don't know too much about other than just what's been shown while I've been browsing the store. This one reminds me a lot of Yakuza. And it's published by Saga, so it probably maybe has even some people from the Yakuza team working on this game. For a recent game, it's on a pretty good price right now, 50% off, down to just $30 USD. Next here, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, which, as you can see here, technically this is a historical low on Steam, but this has only been on Steam for a month and a half now. This released on Epic Games, I think around 2-3 years ago, which is where I originally bought it. This is actually the only game that I have bought on Epic Games, the only thing I've spent money on, because it wasn't on Steam, and now it is on Steam, so I wish I would have maybe waited. But if you've played any of the Tony Hawk games in the past, definitely give this a try, because this is just remastered versions of the first two games, and it's a lot of fun. If you haven't played a Tony Hawk game, it won't be quite as nostalgic, but it's still a really fun game, and the graphics are amazing, and it definitely holds up for a present-day Tony Hawk game. This is 60% off right now, down to just $16 USD. Next up here, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. This is one that came from PlayStation. This was a PlayStation exclusive for a long time, and I don't know if it was in 2020 or sometime in recent years it came to PC. So it has the amazing story graphics as PlayStation games do. This one is 75% off right now, down to just $12.50 USD. Coming up next year, we have the most recent Dead Space remake game, just released earlier this year. This one I haven't played it. I played a little bit of the older Dead Space, so I know about what's going on. This specific one I have not played. I don't know. Maybe the fact that it's remastered is why it's on a sale so low right now. It's 50% off, down to just $30 USD. So if you've been waiting to buy it, give it a try, but there's also been a lot of other good games that have released this year. Next up here, we have A Way Out. Now this actually was made by the same developers, Hazelight, that made It Takes Two. So it's a very similar game where it's meant to be played like cooperatively, like with a split screen. Two people have two separate things to do, like in this right here. One's on the bus and one's trying to do something else. So this one's very fun. It's also pretty cheap right now. It's only $5.50, 85% off. Next up here we have Sifu. This one is another one I don't know too much about, but I've seen a lot about it because it released this year. I've seen a lot of trailers and stuff like that over the last year or so, and it's just like a third-person fighting game. I don't know really. I mean, obviously there's probably some sort of story here, some sort of campaign, but it's mostly based on fighting and combat. The graphics look pretty nice. If you like fighting style games like this, I imagine the fighting and combat is pretty intricate and complex. This is 50% off, down to just $20 USD, which is not a bad price for a new game like this. Next up here, we have Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. This one came out last year in 2022. It's pretty much a reimagined Star Wars. From what I understand, if I know correctly, they recreated all the levels from like all 9 movies or something. So this is like the new everything Star Wars is in this game. It was the complete saga. Now it's the Skywalker Saga. I still have to play through it, but it looks like a lot of fun. This is 70% off right now, down to just $15 USD. Finally, we have Earth Defense Force 5. Now, this is one I don't know a whole ton about. This is another obviously there's a whole bunch of just action jam-packed stuff going on. It does support online co-op, which does make games a lot more fun. There's just a whole bunch of just stuff going on, as you can see in the video here. This is a pretty crazy game. There's a lot going on, but it is also a lot of fun. This is on a pretty hefty discount right now, 70% off, down to just $18 USD. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.